Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Inspire with Fire. I'm excited that you're here with us this morning, and I'm just getting my system set up over here, finishing up. But yeah, happy Wednesday. And this is Inspire with Fire, a little broadcast that I do periodically just to hop on and share some inspiration with you. I like to refer to it as we're meeting you at the intersection of life, family, business, and ministry. So we're just kind of converging at the intersection of all of those things in our life to receive some inspiration in any one or more of those categories each day. So I'm excited to be here with you this morning, and I feel like there's something really good that I want to share with you today. This morning when I woke up, I was just, in some quiet time and some prayer time with the Lord, and just, asking him some questions about, life and destiny. So we're at the intersection of life today. And one of the things that he's been speaking to my heart recently is about timing. And we all have a purpose. We all have a calling, and there's that ultimate destiny inside of us that we're always striving for and reaching for and trying to get to. And so it's really just about always coming into that place of understanding that God is in control, and that no matter what is going on in our life, that the timing of things unfolding in our life is also in his hands and within his control. So I know I have conversations with a lot of people through the course of the week, and friends in various stages of life, and things like that. And some folks sometimes feel like, man, when's my moment, when's my time, uh and things like that. And the bottom line is that it's going to come. It just has to be within the timing of God. And when we walk with that understanding, it really provides a sense of peace and assurance in our hearts that we don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to, hey, everybody, thanks for hopping on. I see you joining. Just drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. Hey, Nancy, good to see you this morning. And but yeah, let me know you guys are here and where you're watching from. I can only see you when you comment with this system that I'm using. So but I see that there are a number of you here. Just let me know that you're with me today, and I'll give you a shout out. But yeah, so I'm talking about destiny and the timing of God. We all have that in our lives, and it's something that we're striving for and reaching for. And a lot of times it can cause a sense of frustration when it feels like you're not fully reaching that place that you feel like you should be. And I can remember, I know many of you who know me personally know that I'm a writer, and I have written and published a lot of books for a lot of my clients, and people like that. And so there's been a lot of writing going on in my life, and I've even written and co-written some of my own books, but not at the level that I know God has called me to. And I can remember about 2 years ago, I got to a point where I was super frustrated with that. I was living in Texas at the time, and I was just like, man, I know I'm supposed to be writing. I was, in my mind, in my timeline, I had it all worked out that, I had this great, condo that I was in. I had this great writing space, and in my mind, I had envisioned, this. I was going to sit in that space and write all the books that I could possibly write, and then life and things happened, and it didn't quite work out the way I envisioned it in my mind, and that's okay, because it wasn't the right timing. So I can remember I was walking into my building one day, and I was just like, Lord, I just, I feel like I'm not really reaching my full potential. I'm not really doing what I know that you've called me to do. And it was just like suddenly there was this epiphany. It's like a bubble exploded in my spirit. And I had an instant knowledge that it hadn't happened because it's not the right time. That there was an appointed time in my life timeline that was supposed to happen. And he told me when it was. So I'm not going to share that because it's a little personal. But he told me exactly when this was going to happen in my life. And it was a few years down the road yet. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Because we know, it's our spirits always know that in the depths that there's something that God is calling us to do. And if we don't fully walk in the rhythm, or if we get out of timing and sync with heaven, it can cause us to feel frustrated. It can cause us to feel like, anxiety, or like, we're some insecurities that we're not fulfilling our purpose, that we're not doing everything God's called us to do or living up to our full potential. But when we actually begin to walk in that timing of heaven and understand the fullness of it, then we're able to have a better understanding and a lot more peace in our lives. So after he showed me this timeline, I was like, oh, I completely, at that point, from that day forward, I've had zero anxiety, zero frustration about getting that goal or that vision accomplished in my life, because there's an appointed time for it. And when that appointed time comes, that's when I can focus on it. So the Lord reminded me of that this morning, and then I was just like, okay, God, where is this in your word? Because I always like to back up, even though he speaks to me personally, I always like to back up what he shares with me with the word, get that confirmation, right? So he gave me the address just in my prayer time. He gave me the address, and I don't know why it blows me away every time he does this. And then I go and open it, and I'm like, oh my God, there it is! Like he totally knew the address. And and so I'm going to read it to you today. It's found in Psalm 16, and I think it's in a lot of places, but this one I really enjoyed. And anyway, so here we go. I'm just going to read the whole thing, and then I'll pause when we get to the verse that's the relevant piece. So it starts out, this is a Psalm of David, and historically it says this was actually written in gold. That's why I call this the golden secret today, because this psalm was engraved in gold by King David. And it says, "Keep me safe, Almighty God. I run for dear life to you, my safe place. So I said to the Lord, you are my maker, my mediator, and my master. Any good thing you find in me has come from you." Now that's important. We'll come back to that. "And he said to me, my holy lovers are wonderful, my majestic ones, my glorious ones, fulfilling all my desires." So that's fulfilling our destiny. Fulfilling the desires of the Lord is fulfilling our destiny and fulfilling our purpose. "Yet there are those who yield to their weakness, and they will have troubles and sorrows unending. I never gather with such ones, nor give them honor in any way." And then David pipes back in and says, "Lord, I have chosen you alone as my inheritance. You are my prize." I want to pull this one up on screen for you. "Lord, I have chosen you alone as my inheritance. You are my prize, my pleasure, and my portion. I leave my destiny and its timing in your hands." Isn't that cool? I leave my destiny and its timing in your hands. Your pleasant path leads me to pleasant places. I'm overwhelmed by the privileges that come with following you, for you have given me the best. And it goes on a little bit, and I'll let you finish reading that on your own. But verse 5 there, "Lord, I have chosen you as my inheritance, and you are my prize, my pleasure, my portion. I leave my destiny and its timing in your hands." So that's our encouragement for today, is just to trust in the Lord with the timing of our destiny and the things that he's put in our heart. And it's going to, it's going to allow us to not have those frustrations and not have those moments of anxiety or uncertainty that that we're fulfilling the destiny of God. And every good gift and everything that we have good comes from Him. And He has equipped us with those gifts. He's equipped us with the gifts that we need in order to fulfill that purpose and that destiny that He has for us. So I was on a teleconference last night, and the lady speaking said something that, I know it, I've heard it, but when she said it, it hit me in a different way. And what she said was that every gift that we have is for the purpose of kingdom advancement. So God has equipped you with gifts. He's equipped you with the things that you need in order to not only fulfill your destiny, but your destiny is, and your purpose is to advance the kingdom. So how in your purpose is the kingdom being advanced? And so that's the thoughts I want to leave you with today. And, as always, before we close, I want to, do a decree together based on this that the Lord has shared with us this morning. I hope it's inspired you with some and fired you up for the day. But here's our decree, and you can just read it along with me as we go here. God has given me gifts and vision to fulfill my divine purpose. I will trust the timing of my destiny to God. One more time. God has given me gifts and vision to fulfill my divine purpose. I will trust the timing of my destiny to God. So there you go. Timing of destiny, all trusted to the Lord. And I just bless you today. I bless your day. I pray that you have an amazing day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may He turn His countenance toward you and give you peace. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe. Have a good one. Bye-bye.